Darkness has no scent, but my existence clings to it. Every breath is poison, every heartbeat a sentence. The city, this cage of rotten flesh and concrete, tightens its invisible hands around me, choking me slowly. The streets are alive, pulsing with decay. A vast diseased organism that feeds on our fears, on our suffering. The neon lights drip down the buildings like fluorescent blood, staining the pavement with their lies of hope. But there is no hope here. Only an eternal dance between the living and the dead. Between the demons who whisper from the shadows and the ghosts of shattered dreams that haunt our minds. I walk through these animated ruins, feeling the weight of every lost soul brushing against me, caressing me with cold fingers, inviting me to join them. I see them, you know. I see them even when I close my eyes. Those thin presences, those demons in waiting, hidden among the dirty reflections in broken windows, in the cracks of crumbling walls. They are not just spectators. They are guides. They follow me, patient, knowing that my journey is nearing its end. There's no need to hurry when destiny is already written in the scars of the souls. Each of us has a threshold to cross. Mine is here, in front of me, behind every false smile, every empty gesture in this human farce. Loneliness has hollowed me out, leaving only a shell. Hatred is the glue holding me together. Hatred for this sick world, for every breath that forces me to stay here, chained to this flesh that rots one day at a time. So why wait? Why keep breathing this poison, feeding on air that infects my lungs and fills me with disgust? The demons dance before me, their hands outstretched, fingers long and sharp like blades, ready to sever the thin threads still binding me here. Just a little push, a bit of courage, one step across the threshold, and all of this will end. They've told me there's another world, on the other side, a world where suffering doesn't exist, where demons are no longer demons, but companions on the journey. A world where I can finally rest, in peace, far from all this horror. I've stopped fighting my nature, stopped resisting the temptation to leave. The thought of staying afflicts me more than the idea of going. Perhaps it's right this way. Perhaps it's time to end it all. There is no redemption for me, not in this corrupt and dying world. So, I will let the demons guide me. I will accept their hand and surrender to their cold embrace. I will cross the threshold without fear, without regret, and finally, I will find the peace I have always sought. In this final moment, as darkness envelops me, I feel only a strange calm. The voices fade, the world dissolves, and I finally disappear. At last, I see him, the Lord of Shadows, the one who accompanies you on the journey to the afterlife. I imagined him differently, I admit, but I like him. His appearance somehow calms me. He whispers sweet words to me.
I am the one, that figure you've always seen out of the corner of your eye, a shadow lurking in the darkest moments. Elegant, yes, as befits me. I wear black, the suit tailored as if it was born with me. My face is a reflection of your terror. My eyes have been watching you for an eternity. They know everything about you. I've seen you, you know. Every time you closed your eyes, I was there, in your deepest fears, in the darkness that enveloped you when you thought you were alone. I never truly left you. I was waiting for the right moment, the moment when you would be ready to let me in completely. And now here I am in your bare room, where the air is thick with that disease they call the fear of living. A subtle disease that has devoured you from the inside, a plague that nests in the soul and slowly corrodes it. You knew it, didn't you? You knew there was no cure, no escape. Do not fear, I am here to set you free. I sit beside you, my presence so close that you can feel the cold of my skin, the smell of damp earth that follows me wherever I go. My hand, elegant and slender, reaches toward your face, fingers pale as ivory, a silver ring gleaming in the dim light. I caress your face gently, like a lost lover would. You have fought for so long, but your battle is over. There is nothing left to fear. I am here to take you away from all of this, to give you the peace that the world has never known how to offer you. The girl nods, a tear slowly trailing down her cheek. It is the sign I was waiting for, your final gesture of surrender. There is no more resistance in you, only a weary acceptance. My hand moves down to your heart, feeling its weak, uncertain beat. A touch, a single movement, and your life could end now. I could grant you what no one else has ever been able to, but I wonder, is this truly what you desire? Surrendering to death, submitting to me in this world, will never make me love you. I love those who fight, who resist, and push me away. You could be one of them. Maybe you'll even learn to hate me. I adore that, you know? I like it when someone tries to resist me.
With his words, I felt a coldness that pierced my soul. But there was something more in that voice. Something that resonated within me like a warning. I sensed in him a feeling of pity, of hope for me. Death, with all its dark elegance, offered me peace and even a way out. But I felt a spark ignite within me, a fire I thought had long been extinguished. I didn't want to fade away like this. I didn't want to leave this world without fighting a little longer. And in that moment, I realized there was something terribly seductive about the being before me, something that made me want to stay, to earn his respect, his love. I straightened up, feeling the weight of my decision. No, I said, with a voice stronger than I expected. Not yet. His gaze rested on me, surprised. A slight smile curved his blood-red lips. There was no disappointment in him, only a dark curiosity. My challenge seemed to please him. I want to live, I continued, the words leaving my mouth with newfound confidence. I want to earn your love, not surrender without a fight. I will stay here, and I will face the fear. I will conquer this life. I will earn it. I will find my place, no matter how difficult it will be. And in that moment, I felt that his hand, once cold and distant, became almost warm. Perhaps the battle had just begun, but for the first time in so long, I felt alive. He smiled, put his hands in his pockets, and after staring at her for what felt like an eternity, he turned and walked away without saying a word, with a promise, the promise that they would meet again one day, an inevitable day with something to share, a story, the story of my life.